But I will say this. Bronny's a prospect. Number one, I'm glad he's healthy. I think he should be in the G League. He's not ready to play in the NBA right now.
And it's expected he will spend.
And he should be in the G League because he's not ready to play in the NBA first and foremost. But secondly, there's going to be some guys coming for his head. And he's not ready because he's really a tweener. He's a point guard, two guard. His probably best attribute right now is being a defender. But I think to take the pressure off him and let him get better as a player, he should be in the G League.
Bronny James wasn't ready. He knew it. The NBA knew it. And yet, he's wearing a Lakers jersey today. But why? Was it hard work? Or just LeBron flexing his power over the NBA again? Drop a comment. Did Bronny earn this? Or is he riding his dad's coattails? Let's break it all down. Because behind the smiles, draft night tears, and father-son fairy tales, there's a storm of backlash swirling across the league, and insiders are not holding back.
When I watch, I always try to think about him being on the court with the real team, and imagine what he can. When I watch what he can do, and imagine that being contributed to the real team, and I believe that'll be heightened. Also, something we can use, but also. I want to see once he start practicing with the real team, and I want to see what that produces. Yeah, because right now he still look like he's just still playing with USC.
Yeah, he does. Well, me and Key keep saying we'd love to see him with better players because it will elevate his game.
Jaylen Brown. Do you know what they said about him in Summer League? He was the third pick in the NBA draft. The third pick in the NBA draft. The first 3 games, just like Bronny. Bronny was 6 for 26. Jaylen Brown was 5 for 26 from the field in his first 3 games in Summer League. He's fine.
That's a good upside.
He's fine.
That's a good upside.
No one bashed him, and he was the third pick in the NBA draft.
No.
The Lakers made history by drafting Bronny James with the 55th pick of the 2024 NBA draft. It marked the first time in NBA history a father and son shared a court. A beautiful storyline? Sure. But here's the problem. Almost nobody in the league believed Bronny was ready. Scouts and execs across the NBA were blunt. If this kid's name wasn't James, we're not having this conversation. One scout called him a secondary prospect. Another Eastern Conference exec said bluntly, he should have stayed in school. Bronny averaged just 4.8 points at USC on sub-37% shooting. In Summer League, he averaged 4.3 points while shooting 22.6%. You can't sugarcoat that. Sure, he's coachable. Yes, he has high character and work ethic. But is he NBA ready? Even Magic Johnson said it on national TV. He's just not ready.
Bronny James, you kind of in a similar situation. What do you think his future look like?
I like Bronny James, man. I went to the game when they played here. I felt bad for him because it's a lot on this shorty. I could see and see the pressure. I could see it. Because I got boys, man, and I can see it. And when he steps out there, they want to see the daddy.
Bad.
They want to see the daddy. They ain't checking for Bronny. They want to see the daddy, and Bronny is coming. He may not get there as quick as his father arrived, but he's coming. And one thing about my kids, and you guys have done the same, and I've seen this. I told my kids, you don't have to be me, man, but I need you to be the best you.
That's it.
You could be. That's my deal with my shorties. You can't be me. God has graced me and gifted me and just separated me and set me aside. But give me the best you. Don't half step with me. Give me the best you every day. And it's sad that when they look at that young man, they trying to see Bron, dog.
Yeah.
That's hard, man. That's one of a kind. And I feel bad for him in that aspect, but I think he's coming.
Yep, I think he'll be fine too.
But here's where things turn shady. Days before the draft, Rich Paul, Bronny's agent and LeBron's longtime friend, was reportedly calling teams telling them not to pick Bronny. If they did, Bronny would go to Australia. Wait, what? A player who just wants to hear his name called is suddenly threatening to bail on the NBA unless he lands with one team? multiple execs told ESPN it felt like a clear manipulation of the draft. And guess what? It worked. Bronny landed exactly where they wanted, on the Lakers. So the question becomes, was this a draft or a setup?
You know, watching Summer League, I feel bad for Bronny James because he was thrown into the fire and he's not ready, right? The pressure is so immense right now. Like everywhere he goes, the arena is packed and everyone's zoned in on every movement of his. And the media kept talking about him like, you got to remember this is a 55th pick and the expectations are so high now. But he was definitely rushed in here, you know, and I fully respect and understand LeBron having this on his bucket list, wanting to play with his son. His son has NBA tools, so he saw that as a, you know, he thought that was enough. He thought him being LeBron, you know, you could get him in there. But the problem is, tools are one thing. You got to be able to tap into those tools as a player. He needed another year or two of college where he comes into his own, finds his identity as a hooper, as a basketball player, right? He could have been a guy like a Davion Mitchell that could defend really well, that could make threes, athletic in the open court. He just never got a chance to tap into it. He's running around right now. He doesn't know his identity as a pro.
Bronny wanted to create his own legacy. He said it himself. I just want people to know me as Bronny James, not LeBron's son. But how is that even possible when your first step into the league is literally playing next to your father? Execs across the NBA agree. The Lakers are the worst possible team for Bronny to develop with. One Western Conference exec said, "You're setting him up to fail." Another added, "Even if he improves, fans will still see disappointment." J.J. Redick insists Bronny has earned his shot. But the reality is, for most second-round picks, the NBA doesn't roll out red carpets, 10-camera setups, and multi-million-dollar contracts. Bronny is not just being treated differently, he's being shielded. One exec said flat out, if he had a different last name, he'd be in the G League if that. Inside NBA circles, there's a growing sentiment. The media cares about Bronny way more than the league does. One scout said bluntly, "This story is about entertainment, not basketball." And here's the brutal irony. The very media frenzy meant to lift Bronny up might be what breaks him down. Every missed shot, every turnover, every benching, it's a headline. Every success, questioned as favoritism. In Las Vegas Summer League, fans cheered every time he touched the ball, then groaned at every pass. Cameras swarmed him at baggage claim, tracked his tunnel walks, and analyzed every facial expression. This is what the 55th pick gets? One exec said, "It's like a reality show." New head coach J.J. Redick and agent Rich Paul are putting on a unified front, claiming Bronny's journey is all about player development. Redick called him Case Study 1 in a new Lakers development pipeline. Paul insists Bronny isn't here because of his name, but because of his work ethic. But execs aren't buying it. One Eastern Conference scout put it plainly, the juice might not be worth the squeeze. Behind closed doors, there's real fear inside the Lakers. Not fear that Bronny will fail, but fear that they will fail him. Because if they do, they risk angering LeBron, Rich Paul, and the entire Clutch sports empire. So, again, this isn't just basketball. This is politics. The pressure isn't just on Bronny. It's on the Lakers' front office, the coaching staff, and the player development system. Because anything short of perfection will be criticized. And it's not just about today. It's about 3 years from now. Will Bronny develop into a defensive-minded combo guard like Drew Holiday or Derek White? Or will he flame out like many second-rounders do? Some insiders believe the G League is his best hope. Others fear he'll be fast-tracked to the Lakers roster because of the media pressure. If that happens, execs warn it could derail his growth entirely. One league source told us, if he doesn't get real G League minutes this year, he has no chance. None. Let's call it what it is. Bronny James is not ready for the NBA. Not yet. That's not hate. It's just the truth echoed by scouts, execs, and even legends of the game. The fairy tale of a father and son playing together is heartwarming. But in the brutal world of professional basketball, fairy tales don't win championships. Bronny has the tools, the heart, and the mindset. But the expectations around him are astronomical, fueled by a machine his own father helped create. So now the question is, will Bronny James be allowed to grow as a player? Or has he already been sacrificed to the spotlight? Leave a comment. Was Bronny James drafted on merit? Or was it all just a LeBron power move? Smash the like button if you think Bronny needs more time, and subscribe to Court 213 for daily NBA and WNBA drama.